This just into our newsroom here in the last hour. The Trump administration says the SNAP program will be partially funded in November. Thanks for keeping it here. I'm Eric Connert.
And I'm Neda Irampour. A lot of questions with this. This all is after two judges ordered the administration must continue funding the food aid program during the government shutdown. Here's CBS 8's Chris Groh joining us live now to tell us what all of this means. And of course, so many people wondering, what does that mean for their EBT cards?
Yes, still so many people right now have these questions, and we're going to try to answer them. So what we know right now is that the Trump administration is going to comply. They said they were not going to appeal this decision, but they kept bringing up potential legal obstacles to using contingency money for SNAP. This announcement certainly signals they've remedied whatever obstacles were in the way, but one key detail here, partial funding for the program. Now, normally, this costs about $8 billion a month for the government. The contingency fund they're using to supplement is only about $4.65 billion. That's why we're hearing that this is going to be a partial funding. That's a little bit more than half of normal benefits. It's not clear, though, if that means that each recipient will only receive half of what they normally get or how that will be divvied up. Just yet, another question that we have is how quickly recipients will get their benefits. Some states can take up to 2 weeks to get cards funded. 1 in 8 Americans use the program, 5.5 million Californians, and nearly 400,000 San Diegans. Here's what both sides said about the issue in D.C. just before this announcement was made.
Very unfortunate that Donald Trump and Republicans have decided to weaponize hunger and withhold SNAP benefits.
The president is desperate for SNAP benefits to flow to the American citizens who desperately rely upon it. He has bent over backwards, as you know, to get the troops paid, to keep WIC funding going. He's found creative solutions. The SNAP situation, as Secretary Rollins and I explained at the press conference on Friday, has legal impediments to that.
And remember, while the judge's decision was handed down Friday, just before that, it was thought SNAP would be frozen entirely for the month of November. Food banks were prepping for a huge increase in demand. Governor Newsom even mobilized the National Guard for a humanitarian mission a while back. Anticipating this, we saw them this weekend helping prepare and distribute meals here in our area. In fact, the San Diego Food Bank had their biggest emergency food distribution since the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, when we learn more about how much recipients will get and when, we'll update that part of the story.